Hi, just wanted to give you guys some clarification on our homework assignment for week number 3 and also give you a little bit more information. So bear with me as I give you a little bit more information on how to use Facebook and also clarifications on the homework assignment. We'll start with that first, the clarification on the homework assignment. Will be completing week number 3. Of course, over here on the left-hand side is where you can review information, and this should give you some more clarification on Facebook and how to use Facebook pages. On this side of the homework sheet, we're going to actually look at the homework in detail. The first thing is the video that I want you to watch. This is a very good video. It was produced very well and tells a great story. So this is going to actually help us complete how to tell our story. So if I click on that link, you'll actually get here. You'll see this page actually here, starting here. What I want you to do is just scroll down to this video and play this video. It's a very good video. After you watch that video, you're going to go back to your homework page and you're going to click on the Telling Your Story exercise link. This is the exercise we actually performed in class where we identified the protagonist, the antagonist, the key incident, things like that. So you will actually have this worksheet here where you will actually fill out your information. So you'll fill out your first name, your last name, your email, and then of course you'll identify based upon the video here that you watched, uh, the character, the settings, the protagonist, the antagonist, etc. After you get done filling out this sheet, you will actually hit the send button down below and send it in. This exercise is to actually get you comfortable with watching other videos and identifying the successful elements in building stories. I definitely recommend, before you worry about creating your own videos, is to go out and see other videos that are out there, as even if they're not successful, so you can identify what things made it successful. Look at videos with the nonprofit videos with a whole different eye and understand the basic parts of the story. We'll go into more of the story, but again, what we're trying to identify is the basic elements. We will actually go further. Also, if you want to read a little bit more, because there's always somebody who wants to get a little bit more information about storytelling, up above here under lesson number 2 for week number 2 rather, you will see lesson number 3, which is a guide to storytelling. That right there is a very good detailed guide to actually storytelling. We will actually go into this a little bit further later, but if you want to get a head start, this is where you would actually go here. The next thing on week number 3 is you will actually watch Facebook page videos. These Facebook videos are, oops, oh, let me start that again. These Facebook page videos will also be a resource for you so that if you have any questions, you can actually look at these later on. Of course, while I'm here, answer any questions that you have. But this is a great resource for you to understand. So you're going to watch the videos. I'm going to go ahead and click on that link, and this is where we actually go. So again, your Facebook page represents your business, your organization, your product, your service. Um, if you're an artist, nonprofit organizations, local businesses with addresses. This is a tutorial on how to create the page. And of course, right here in the link, right down here is where you could actually create your own page. So after you have your profile set up, you can actually create your own page. But we're not going to worry about that right now. Again, we're not going to worry about that right now. All you're going to do at this part of the exercise right here is actually watch the videos and learn about Facebook pages that represent businesses, nonprofit organizations, product services, and artists. You're just going to watch the videos. Notice that there's videos on the basics, how to set up a page, the administration tools, how to build your audience. These are just very short videos, as you can see here. They're very short videos that explain the overall concept. It does not go into any detail, but it gives you a visual understanding of the Facebook pages. Just a couple of things here. You'll see here when you actually go to look at your settings, your basic settings, you can see here that you can establish who can see the page, how people can actually post. You can actually protect your privacy, specify if people can send you messages or not, tagging ability. This is just going to go over the general settings that you will actually have in a Facebook page. And of course, here is a quick link where you can actually create a page. But again, you don't want to do that right now. All you want to do is watch the videos. That is the part of the homework assignment, step number 2 for the first week. The third thing you're going to do is you're going to actually, after you watch the videos, you're going to create your own Facebook profile, not page. You're going to create your own Facebook profile. Of course, if you already created your profile, you do not need to do this step. You can skip this step. But you're going to create your own profile. So I am going to actually create a profile right now so you can see how that's done. So I'm just going to make up a name here and the last name and put in the email. Of course, you have to be 13 years or older to create a Facebook page. So that's all you need to do. If you put in your phone number and you forget your password, then it will text you your password. So it's a good idea to actually use your password. So Facebook is going to go through and start the process of creating. Very easy to do. The first thing it wants to do is if you are logged into Gmail, it's going to look at your friends and your contacts, all the emails and the phone numbers that you have saved, and it's going to actually look at the contacts, and it can find people who are already registered with those email addresses and phone numbers. The same thing if you have Outlook or Yahoo or even another mail service, it will actually tap into those if you allow it to. You do not have to do that. You can actually just click on next. All right. Of course, what they want you to do is help you to find friends, because with friends you can do a little bit more connecting and things like that. Right now we're going to go ahead and skip this step, but you could actually go ahead and find your friends. We're going to go ahead and skip this step for now. The whole goal is just to get our profile there. Of course, right now you can actually add a profile pic. It is very important in Facebook because we're connecting to actually have a profile picture. And we're going to go ahead and say next here and not do that also. You could take a photo with your camera, your webcam if you have one, and then you can actually connect. We're just going to say next because we will be able to do that later. Okay, so as soon as we come to our Facebook page, what we're going to see on the top here is that it wants us to go to our email address. So this has to be a valid email address and confirm to complete our process. So of course I can go to my box. Now this is a junk email I created just to get this information started. But again, I could actually go here, and of course my email is kind of separated out here. Here's Facebook. I will click on the link here and just verify and confirm my account. So just a quick click and I am confirmed and able to work within Facebook. So of course Facebook is in the data game, and if your email address is in any other connections on Facebook, their email address, it's going to find and can try to connect you with friends. So without you doing anything at all, it's going to look through its database and probably suggest people to you. Also by your location, there'll be suggestions. If you fill out anything as far as your data, where you work, it's going to actually try to affiliate you with those type of connections. So again, it's pretty good at data and connecting. That's what they do. So they will find some connections for you. So you can actually search your email and find friends, or take the privacy tour. And I really suggest that you actually go through the privacy tour. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's going to ask you questions and suggest things, and you can basically specify how you want to work in Facebook and if you want your posts to be public and things like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually first look for your name at the top right here, and you'll see where you could have placed the picture there, and we're going to go ahead and click on that first. This area here is where you actually type and create your post. This is where you would actually share information on what's on your mind. So if you wanted to give a motivational saying, things like that, you can actually do it. You can actually apply a status, a picture or video, or specify a live event rather. Note here that I can type anything I want here, and I can leave any message I want to. I can just say hello, oops, hello everyone. I can just say hello everyone. Give my message, whatever I want to do here. By default, this is going to go to my friends. I can hit the drop down arrow and I can say, you know what, I want this to go to people who are not even connected to me and my friends. And I can say this was only for me. So yes, sometimes I find things and I will actually just post them for me so that I can see it later on. I can do that. Or I can actually have, if I have a lot of friends, I can customize the group. Right now, we're going to talk about these three options here. Everyone can see it. Even if they're not on Facebook, people who are your friends on Facebook can see it here. Again, this could be anybody that can actually get a link to your post that you place here. Again, your post will be listed in this area. If you click here on your name, your post will be listed here day after day, year after year. Your post will be located here. After you type the information here, you can actually add a photo if you wanted to, and or actually tag a person. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but right now we'll keep it very basic. You can just post that information here. And now I have my first post here, and it specifies the time, and there we go. Now, right here, of course, we don't have a picture. You should add a photo of yourself. People like to know who you are. And also here, you can add a background photo. So I'm just going to add a basic photo. And just because we're playing around, I'm just going to add a basic photo here and store that photo there. You'll notice that immediately it will place a post there for you automatically that says you just placed your photo there. And by default, you can see that this picture here is public. I can actually change that and say, you know what, I only want my friends that are associated with me or only me to see that posting right now. All right. Of course, a cover photo. I can actually skip this if I want to and not save my cover photo for now, or I can actually add a cover photo. So if I click on add cover photo, this will add a nice backdrop. I can actually choose from my photos or that I have already established if I've uploaded Facebook photos previously, or I can actually choose to upload a photo. I'm going to choose to upload a photo right here and choose this background here. And when I actually upload this photo, I have the option to position it and move this photo around. I'm going to choose OK here. And I can add more information to this actually cover. We call this the Facebook cover. All right, as soon as I get this up here, by default, this one is public. So be careful what you place here. I'm going to save the changes. Now my old cover photos, I can actually change them if I want to go back and change my cover photo album. So I have an album that's created that every time I change my cover, my Facebook cover photo, it goes to an album. So they'll all be placed in the album here. And we'll hold right there for now. What we're going to do is where it says update information, let's look at some basic settings that should be set for you. So click on update info. When you click on update info, you can actually provide information on where you work, any professional skill sets that you have, colleges and high school. And of course, Facebook is going to help you to connect with more connections based upon that. And also, of course, when they're doing marketing ads, yes, that information may show up because of that, because of your choices here. Places you live, again, this is all about connectivity. So you will list the places that you lived. And of course, your basic contact information, you can actually load up here as you wish. And then family relationships, you can add other people who are on Facebook and add them into your relationships and create your tree here. And of course, you can list any details that you choose to about you, write information about you. If you want to specify this information, your favorite quotes, and of course your life events like when somebody was born or babies, grandbabies, when you had your degree. You can actually create special and life events. Very easy to do. You just click on the different categories and you add them, and this information will be placed on your timeline. And again, your specific timeline is when you click on your name. You see all the posts that you have created along with any of those special events that you have there listed will come in your timeline. And over here, you can actually jump around in your timeline. You can see here that I entered the birth date of 1964. And of course, we have some posts from this year. But as you start putting more information in this area right here, this timeline will increase where you can jump to specific information. You can see here an information that was entered on the timeline. So again, to get to your timeline, you click on your name and or your little bobblehead picture, and here's where you go. Um, of course, you can use this to find more friends if you choose to. And of course, you can change your picture here and change your cover here. Uh, of course, they're going to try to help you to complete your profile, so it's going to ask you to, every now and then it's going to ask you to update information. If I click on the Facebook symbol in the top left-hand corner, you get to see all the friends that you're connected to. You will see their status. Also on the right hand side here is where you see some advertisement, just like on web pages and blogs. There's always some type of advertisement here. So basically this should be kind of tailored to how you use and how you connect on the internet. Also, here's where you can jump around to different things. Of course, you can edit your profile information from this area too. So when you want to go in and change your profile information, you can do that also here. I'm going to go back to the Facebook symbol in the top left. Again, we're working with how to create your basic profile. Of course, anything that you make favorite in the future, they will be listed here. By default, you have your favorites. By default, Facebook has set these things up for you. So you can actually come here and get the tour if you need to. You can go to your specific news feed. Again, that's how you connect to all the other people you have friended, and any sponsored posts will appear right here. And then, of course, any messages that were sent to you, you can actually access them here by clicking on the message area here. You can send messages back and forth. This is a great way to communicate if you have friends connected to Facebook. I just communicated with someone in Palm Desert, and we're going to go and have dinner next time I go out there. So it's just a great way to communicate. If you're into that thing, of course, you can pick up the phone and call people. That doesn't eliminate that, but it is just a great way to communicate and see each other, see what each other's doing, support one another. Again, it is a choice, but it is one way to extend and keep your connections. Again, if I click on the Facebook symbol here on top, I can actually specify events. Maybe I'm having a baby shower. I've done this and connected people to my children, and we had a big to do in Temecula at one of the wineries. It was really nice, but I created an event and connected people and invited people, and we're able to connect. So you can actually create an event here also. You can actually, and one thing I do is I have on the calendar, all my friends are connected. I know when their birthdays are. So this reminds me of when their birthdays are also. So you will get invited to participate in birthdays. It's just a great way to say, hey, how you doing? Thinking about you. Happy birthday. Um, what we're doing is, again, we're just giving a brief overview. I don't want you to get too overwhelmed. Just giving a kind of basic navigation. As we go on, and when I get to work with you in person, we'll go a little bit more and to it. But for now, I just want you to get connected and understand how to connect and make some posts, and maybe even find some friends using a find friend area up here. and connect to different people who are on Facebook. You can also click up here after you click on your Find Friends button. You can click up here and you can actually look for specific people. Like I am going to type in here. So when I type in Kim Cat Shepherd, I actually am not logged on as myself, but it actually found Kim Cat Shepherd. So you can actually find people by typing in find. This find algorithm by Facebook is great, and it can help you in sales and marketing. We're going to get to work with that. But find a couple of people, connect with a couple of people, change your Facebook cover, update your information. That's the first step, and make a couple of posts. Beyond that, don't even worry about you doing anything right now, but just getting comfortable with the environment and making a couple of posts. That is your first goal.